Pick a card. What is changing in your life? Shocking revelations. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you at your reading. Hi guys, my name is Crystal with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. I just wanted you guys to be able to take a look at all the cards together, beginning with pile number 1 with power. I guess I can show them to you. Gorgeous cards. Pile number 2 with protection. And pile number 3 with union. And I do want to apologize beforehand. As you can see, this is once again a different setup, but this is a third tripod or fourth that I've gone through, and I'm still really not making it work. Anyways, so without further ado, let's just get into it. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose this incredibly beautiful card, Power, this reading is for you. Before we go any further, I do want to go ahead and give us a little sagey sage, just to kind of set the mood, set the tone, and get rid of any excess energy or foreign energy that does not belong. If you guys are new to my channel, super warm welcome. I hope you find exactly what it is that you are seeking. And if you're a repeat offender, thank you so much for returning. I hope all of you are doing super well. Okay, so you chose Power. And we're exploring today what is changing in your life. So we're going to be looking at how will you be supported and what do these changes look like in the practical sense. Okay, so we have Power. I feel like your personal power is actually changing, improving. I feel like you're going to be letting things go as well. Things that just don't serve you, don't behoove you, don't amuse you, don't really, things that don't belong to you. I think that you're also letting go of other people's responsibilities and that you are claiming your own. You're claiming your own sovereignty. Your self-confidence is glowing up. And consequently, almost like a byproduct, how you stand, your poise, how you enter the room is transforming as well. If you typically enter a room quietly and try to go unnoticed, you're going to notice that all of a sudden your back is straight, your walk is graceful, and your body language is self-assured. Your inner confidence is being ignited into your outer life. So this is really, really cool, because it's not that I think that you did not have any self-confidence, but I feel like that confidence is an outward manifestation of what's going on inside. I feel like you've dealt with a lot of debris. I heard the word garbage, a lot of things that didn't belong, and it kind of like dimmed your light. I also feel like you've had a lot of people judging you in not so nice ways, especially from people that just want to control, manipulate, or dominate you in some way, shape, or form. So keep that in mind. Now, another thing that I'm noticing in this card is right up here. So we can come closer. I'm touching the camera as least as possible because I don't want to have another hazard and spend another 45 minutes trying to fix it. Where's the duct tape? Yeah. But this is highlighting on her crown chakra, almost like an inward navigational system. So I feel like what's changing in your life is that you are really coming into your own, that you're also embodying exactly what it is that you desire. Some of you guys could be channeling also, like divine wisdom, and making, what do you call them? Because I scripted this earlier. Almost like mastering choices in life, and therefore really mastering direction in your life. I feel like before you were making a series of options and choices and decisions. And it was a little bit erratic, and it wasn't very much a clear path simply because other people's energy was involved. Maybe you're trying to take care of other people or do things for other people when they can do for themselves. And I feel like all of that is burning away. You're finally listening to your crown chakra, your higher self, spirit source. And also with that, I feel like again, your inner navigational system is ignited. It is on point. You're going to find it easier to make decisions. And you're also going to be ascending. So with all these little steps, it's going to seem maybe like not that big of a deal, but where you find yourself at from now to 3 months from now to 8 months from now is going to be really astronomical. And I love that for you. One thing I will say is that you need to be prepared for radical changes that will come about. And again, it's going to be done through a plethora of like microscopic or mini decisions. All these things combined, which is hugely exciting. So how are you going to be supported during these changes? We're going to be using this deck. It's called Cosmic Guidance. So let's find out how you're going to be supported during these changes for my pile number 1. Show me what I need to see for pile 1. How's pile 1 going to be supported during these massive changes affecting the root chakra, I hear? Also affecting the sacral chakra, desires, wants. What brings you joy? What brings you pleasure? Will you be supported? 2 cards, and show me now. Fire, transformation, rebirth, and renewal. Yeah. Monumental. So that to me, I feel like, first of all, transformation, I relate that to like the death card. And I don't mean that, in the physical sense, but having a lot of things burn away from your life that don't belong. And completely transforming things that you never thought would have been different. Maybe things that you would have worked long and hard with, and they just didn't seem to be moving. All of a sudden, like, make major shifts. And it seems like all of a sudden, but it's because of these small changes that combine collectively. Yeah. And how you're going to be supported is with action. Awaken the warrior woman within. So a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of desire. Also, I feel like this can have like some Sagittarius vibes in there. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you are a Sag, but maybe you identify as a Sag. Just kidding. Yeah, but maybe you are finding exactly your direction with the compass, and you're aiming once and firing twice. Is that even a thing? Because I see fire in these, even though I see rain in here, obviously. But I think that you're going to rattle some cages, shake things up, and I think it's going to be freaking phenomenal, okay? So pile number 1. Let's find out a little bit more about what this looks like. So we know what's going to support you is your inner fire, or your desire. For a lot of you guys, you've been out of the game as far as having mojo, enthusiasm, or motivation. And because all of your energy is funneled now into your higher purpose, and you are directly connected to source at this point, I feel like all of these things are going to line up, and you're going to have so much more stamina. What does this look like for pile number 1? Show me what I need to see for pile number 1, these changes. What does this look like in the practical world for pile number 1? And show me now. Okay. Sorry if that camera's all over the place. 808, that can mean something to you guys. Also, of course, I got to think of like Kanye West, 808. But that could mean something for someone in specific. The Ace of Swords, this feels like the moment right before you get your Ace of Swords out of that rock, kind of like Excalibur. So they're ready. And this is a tarot before. So this happens like right before, the step before. And I feel like you're going to be gaining a lot of clarity. I feel like you're going to, if you had any brain fog, any doubts, any unease as far as what path to go or who to let into your life, things like that, that is leaving you immediately. Also, I feel like you might have helpers, people that help you in the physical world. Could be money, favors, help. There is a scales of balance right here. It could be a Libra also. Somebody who is the soul connection. I'm just looking at the soles of his feet, but somebody who's there you go, willing to bear all to really help navigate you or direct you or support you in some way, shape, and form in a way that's just going to be astronomical to you. So in their eyes, it could be like a small support, but in reality, it is a major thing. So this could be like support with like rent or housing or a job or a donation to your cause. An upglow, you can get a windfall of clothing that was just gifted to you because, you know, for whatever reason, it didn't fit somebody, or you happen to be at the right place at the right time, or somebody just want to go shopping and surprised you. Generosity. You'll be blessed with a lot of generosity during this time. And that's how you're going to know, because everything's going to start flowing so much easier. So much so that I just saw 1010. That might be a special message. Yeah. You're going to have some endings as well, which goes with that transformational card there. So that is going to really help you. Show me what I need to see as well. More information. What does this change look like with a personal power? What does it look like in the practical world for pile number 1? And show me now. Judgment. Now, this is twofold. I feel like with the Judgment card, this is saying that you're going to be making judgments against other people, situations, could be jobs, whatever the case may be, but you're bringing it all out in the open. There's nothing that's going, like no stone left unturned is what I heard. And apparently no casket is left unopened, because we're going to bring everything to the forefront. And at this point in time, it's a time to look at everything with a clear mind, clear heart, and really make decisions. Is this for my highest good? Is this what I really want? Is it something that is, you know, within my emotional capacity, or does it cause me turbulence and I'm just doing things to please other people? So I feel like out of the clouds, I heard nubes, and that's in Spanish, of course. I feel like out of the clouds, you're going to be getting answers, and that's going to be really cool for you, because, you know, I heard seek and you shall find. But that clarity is going to be incredibly powerful for you. It's going to serve to support you, as well as just having the mental clarity, the wherewithal, and the ability to cut things off that do not serve you. And that this is not to be mean. This is not to be selfish. This is simply doing things in a manner that honors your highest good. You've been given many gifts for a reason. They're not just to retain, just to sit on, or just to play with and amuse other people. You are meant to have these gifts for a purpose, whatever they are. I'm reading for different people, so each of you is going to be very different. So that is what I have for you, pile number 1. If you like this kind of reading, please smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And until next time, namaste. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to my channel. My name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your pick a card reading. If you chose protection, pile number 2, this is your reading. I'm going to get a little bit of sagey sage while we talk, clear out any lingering energies. So if you chose protection, what is changing in your life is a sense of protection, a sense of purpose. I feel like in a lot of ways, you have not felt protection. And this can be really, really powerful if you're somebody who grew up kind of like I did, where it's It's almost like you had to fend for yourself from day one. You had to watch out for danger in every zone. There was no safe zone. The home was kind of open warfare at times. And yeah, I could definitely say that I did not feel protected whatsoever. So I'm going to say that you could have had something like that going on in your life. Or it could be like you were fine as far as that went, but then maybe you had a spouse that didn't protect you. Maybe you lack boundaries, and that's a really big one. I'm seeing boundaries here or lack of. Let's see if we can get this clear. She's standing in this little doorway thing, and I heard the word tomb. So I feel like you are no longer going to be known as that one who doesn't have boundaries. I feel like you've gone for so long with no boundaries that it's almost like you've been frozen in place, allowing other people to make decisions for you, and that's no longer going to be the case. With the, what are these, geese or swan? That is the master question. Y'all let me know if you know what they are. Regardless, I feel like these two beasts can be pretty mean if you're not careful. And, you know, we think of typically like coupling or couples and things like that. So this could go back to just a significant other, a mate or parents and things like that. And how we feel a sense of groundedness or support. And all of those things include, of course, protection. So I feel like also you're going to be getting the mental clarity, and you're going to be leaning on such a clear mind. You're going to be relying on yourself for protection, leaning on spirit, and also being able to cut off whatever makes you feel insecure or unprotected. And I heard the word not desired, so that could be going away as well. Now this is really neat because she has wings back here, so she's almost like the goddess of the ethers as well. And I feel like people will be looking at you as, oh, well, that's a wrap, or everything is wrapped up because of her dress and the form. It just looks like it's kind of wrapped around her. So what's changing, again, is your sense of protection. What does that look like? And I feel like you're going to be the master of all of that. Now, let's see how you're going to be supported. Pile number 2. And actually, number 2, I always think of that being the number of balance, but also the number 2 of personal power. So I feel like these are issues that anybody who's been mirroring things to you, I feel like you're going to go ahead and, I heard revamp. You're going to revamp that if you see other people around you that don't have boundaries, lack boundaries, or are doing things kind of in a reckless manner, or they're not acting in a manner that they are protected, whether it's by the higher elements or by the earthly beings. Regardless, I think that you're going to look into your own life and think, wow, is this part of me? Because, you know, theory has it that everyone around you is a reflection, some way, somehow, of you, including your relationships. So I think that's going to be a really powerful realization for you when you start spotting those things. And I feel like the more that you do that, the more integrated you're going to feel. Now, this isn't going to be for all of you, but for some of you, 1, 2 of you, I feel like some of you guys dealt with like multiple personalities. I heard bipolar, and back in my day, you know, schizophrenia, multiple personalities. Yeah. So anything like that, if you are dealing with those things, I feel like you're learning how to master that, how to conquer that, whether it's getting on the right meds, the right program, combination thereof, and the right support system, which is interesting. Now I was mixing the cards and I wanted to know how you're going to be supported. And this very card came up in pile number 1. So you, if you're drawn to pile number 1 and Elise, go ahead and watch that as well. You do not have to, unless you feel led to, of course. So I feel like action, you're going to do a lot of this acting, doing a lot of the action yourself, protecting yourself if people are invading your privacy, if people are asking you too many personal questions and they have no business knowing things, If people are saying, oh yeah, I could just crash at her house. If, you know, people help themselves to your belongings and, or your time off isn't your own. You're expected to do things for everybody else. Or they easily just, you know, assume that you're going to donate that time to them. I feel like you're going to rise up to the occasion and take action. I also feel like, yeah, there's a big sense of liberation right here. It's almost like being wound up so tight. And you could have a reputation currently of being a little bit like, how do I put this? Okay. Like the reputation of Mother Teresa before Mother Teresa was exposed. So if you know, you know. But you could have, let's just say, a go different direction, a holier than thou, a little bit like, wow, this person is so pristine. They do everything for their family. They do, you know, this and that. They can always be counted upon. Or, you know, we need your resources, your money, your time, energy. We need you to stay in this city because it's convenient for the family, the collective, and it's not been much about like what's good for you, then I feel like you have a new reputation coming. I feel like you are going to become unbound by all of those restrictions, expectations. Even if people start trying to continue to speak things into your world, you're not accepting it. The fog is lifting. And I feel like you're going to do it with a lot of grace. Also, you could have really beautiful hands or something about your hands, like you could talk with your hands. You could like to wear like really different jewelry or have a different way about you of doing your hair. Some of you could wear a bindi, the dot on her forehead. But I feel like you are going to be unwrapped. And with action, you're going to be very bare and open to the world and honest in your communication about what it is that you want, where you're headed, what you will and will not accept. And all of these things are going to really serve to empower you. And you're going to feel like automatically just protected because it's like, heck yeah, I can say no. If I feel like it's a no, I'm going to say heck no. And if I feel like it's a yes, then I'm going to say hell yes. One more card for what or how you'll be supported during this change. How will you be supported during this change? And show me now. Your insecurity is massively going to change. And here's change. Yeah. How will you be supported? Well, I'll be supported by change. You're going to notice that it's like fall and spring, you know. The leaves fall off and everything looks barren and a little bit, I don't want to say hopeless, but sometimes that could be a feeling we get when we look at, you know, greenery, trees, whatever. Okay, that's not going so well. Anyways, the point of the matter is, Grisel, stop playing with this. That this change in your life to enable you to feel more protected or to raise up more protection for yourself is going to be supported by change itself, a new season of life, a new chapter, I heard. So you're going to be seeing things that you've been working on for a long time or mulling over within your brain and not quite moving forward to do anything about it. All those things are going to be all of a sudden, I heard, deployed. So you guys can be in the military, know somebody in the military, or simply be a really good strategist to execute this into your life to bring about incredible change. And you're going to feel it. I mean, everybody's going to feel it. And I also feel like people will look at you and have a new glow up and a new radiance that people will actually feel like you look physically different. You might even dress physically different when this change comes about. Liberating yourself of expectation and clothing. Quite interesting. Pretty darn exciting, if I do say so myself. Pile number 2. Next, we're going to look at what does this look like in a practical manner in the real world. This protection, this big change in your life. Pile number 2, if you like this reading, please do like, share, comment, subscribe. I would appreciate it. What does this look like for pile number 2? In the practical world, this change, feeling protected, protection. What does this look like? And show me now. 3 cards. The moon. Some of it is going to be a mystery, but I am going to say that with this moon right here, I feel like there are going to be some tears, quite a few tears, just to be honest. And somehow that's just, you know, the body cleansing itself. I personally despise crying. It pisses me off. Yeah, but I'm trying to get more into my divine feminine so that, yeah, that part of me heals. Anyways, that's where we're headed. But I'm going to say that you could be making discoveries, or you could be mourning when you thought that something, it could be a person, a place, or thing, was just like a loyal friend, a dog, but they turned out to be a wolf instead. And I feel like you're just cutting through and making the barrier even bigger and being able to separate. And this is a biblical term, but separating the sinews, bone and sinew. Is that it? I think it was. Well, anyways, it talks about the difference of bone and sinew. And if you are a surgeon or ever work with like a scalpel or anything that's really, really sharp, it's pretty phenomenal, like what you can separate. That was random, but yeah, you're welcome. A lot of emotion for sure. How are you going to be supported? 2 more cards. What does this look like? This change in your life, this protection. What does this look like in the practical world? 2 more cards and show me now. Wow. That's really powerful. Yeah, it looks like you may need to let go of somebody, a close friend, or admit that a relationship has ended, because here, the 2 of Cups, that's like a soulmate card. It's also a card like maybe somebody that you just felt a real kinship with, somebody that you just clicked with right away. You could have met at some kind of medical center or had medical commonalities. Is that how you say it? Anyway, it's just something in common about that, but it is reversed. And so I feel like this friendship, relationship, situationship is no longer there. This could have ended, and it's right by the moon. So I feel like what is ending is you're going to feel protected, but it does need to have a stage where you're kind of mourning and letting go of things. And it's okay to grieve things. Even if you're letting go of something toxic, it could be quite painful. And this is just permission to allow yourself to grieve that stage. And there's no time limit. I mean, I hate when people act like, well, you should be over it or this or that. And it's like, who the hell are you? Like, you didn't write the rules to my life. So go F all the way off. And I kind of feel that here. It's like you write your own rules, and it's okay to adjust, adapt, tweak, change, whatever. And sometimes we scrap the rules entirely and make new ones because we're growing and evolving. If you're not growing and evolving, you're dying. And this suggests to me that that is not the case at all for you. We also have the 6 of Cups right here. And again, this is a tarot before. So you could be working. This could have something to do with work or trying to make amends, I'm hearing. Interesting. With people from the past, or preparing to make amends with people from the past. Could be that maybe you kind of veered off on a path that took you where you really didn't want to go, and now you're on a correct path for your soul's journey. It feels that way anyways. Let me get a little bit more information here. This could involve somebody from your past, literally, somebody who you're really fond of, an ex, because I'm looking at an ex right there. And they're like not even acknowledging each other, so you could not be talking whatsoever right now. Somebody that you've been estranged with or estranged from, however you want to say that, okay? Show me what I need to see. Last card. What does this look like? Oh, no, you did not. We're going to take the first card, but not the lump. The Ace of Swords. Again, you could have messages in pile number 1. This is about clarity. You're going to get support with clarity, having a clear mind, being able to pick up that sword and cut through any garbage with confidence, knowing that you'll have a helping hand, a sharp scalpel or sharp sword to be able to cut through things. And that itself will help you to progress and move on this journey towards protection. And most of all, I feel like it is self-protection. So I hope that that helped. The number 1616 on the clock right now. And until next time, namaste. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. If you chose pile number 3, I hope I said pile number 3, then this is your reading. You chose Union. Look how beautiful that card is. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of Sagey Sage. As you may or may not have noticed, my setup is different. I need to sage the hell out of this tripod because it's making me nuts. Pile number 2, 3, 3, 3, Griselle. Pile number 3. Okay. Yeah. Pile number 3 with Union. I feel like you guys are coming into union, first of all, with yourself. I feel like with all of these colors right here, I see a lot of like chakra colors, and especially because this person has a flower on the top of their mind, on top of their heads. I feel like this is lining up your chakras. And I know we talk a lot about that, but sometimes on the practical, we don't really discuss like what that looks like. But there are different ways to really line up your chakras. Meditation is one of the easiest, quickest. But grounding, earthing, putting your feet in the ground, getting that lower chakra just stabilized is going to really help. Eating foods that really represent and being conscious of what it is that you're motivated to do. Like grounding, holding crystals like jasper will really help, or carnelian, putting your feet in grass again. And for your sacral chakra, it's just maybe enjoying, eating foods of the color orange, the sensuality of things, enjoying touch more. I'm keeping this strictly PG, you guys. I can do this. But you get the point. It's just really embodying your body. In other words, and being at union with yourself in order to really bring out the best and line everything up. Also, your solar plexus is going to be really highlighted during this time. And I feel like if you feel like you've been, I feel like you feel like we feel, yeah, you get it. Like you've not been really been able to implement things that you desire into the real world and embody those things or even own them. And I'm going to say here, and I'm going to be really neutral about this, because when I look at this person in the union, I kind of feel like this person can be like a male in female clothing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know your life. That's, neither here nor there and none of my business. But here we are reading. So this could be you maybe making a statement like I'm embodying myself, my true feminism, regardless of what gender you are. I feel like you are embodying this part of yourself more than you ever have. Maybe you'll be dressing differently than you ever have before. And I feel like you're going to be wearing things with pride. But most of all, like the direction in your life and the choices that you make, I feel like you're going to own it. So if you've been kind of hiding in the shadows, hiding in the closet, that is not going to happen any longer. You could also be somebody who really enjoys like belly dancing or the arts. I heard Met Gala, maybe like watching the Met Gala and weighing in on things like that. Yeah, sewing, making outfits, but regardless, I feel like your higher spirit is going to be connecting with your body, and you are going to really be feeling yourself, for lack of a better way of putting it. Okay, hope that made sense. I know that was a little bit tangled. So what's changing with you is I feel like the unification, you're going to feel like I'm more myself than ever. And you're going to draw people around you who are more accepting of the true you. If you've been kind of hiding or masking or allowing other people to form their own judgments and not setting them straight. And it's not like we have to go around and go, hey, you know, you're wrong about this. I mean, like Indian, we don't care what other people think of us. It's not even that important. But the important part is really embodying who we truly are without pretense. And sometimes I know very well that can be really difficult. So all things are coming and merging into, into things for your highest good. Now we're going to look at how will you be supported, pile number 3. How will you be supported for this union? What does this look like? Support for pile number 3. And show me now 2 cards. We have patience. Patience. Long road ahead, reward awaits. So some of you guys can be transitioning, going through operations, medications, things like that. Again, not for me to judge. Others of you are really just embracing your body. A lot of us have body dysmorphia, or really just listen to other people's opinions or words that should really have no meaning as far as how we feel about ourselves. Whether you are on the heavier side, whether you're on the lighter side, whether you are completely muscular, I mean, regardless. Whether you're au naturel, like somebody who doesn't, you know, shave their legs or pits or whatever. I mean, your deal is your deal. And I feel like you're just embracing you and allowing people just to deal with it. That's their problem, really. How will you be supported? You're going to be supported with maybe having patience with yourself, but maybe other people having patience as well as you kind of grow, evolve into whomever it is that you want to be. And that's pretty cool. Show me what I need to see. How will pile number 3 be supported? And show me now. Oh, it's a mystery. You're not supposed to know. I hate mysteries. Secrets and hidden meanings. Interesting. So there is a lot going on in the ethers, and you could be really picking things up subconsciously. And I almost feel like this person is listening, like your head is cocked to the side and you're listening. And it could be, yeah, your inner voice. I hate that glare. But I feel like you could be listening to spirit as well. Like some of us, you know, can hear people on the other side, spirits and things like that, or ancestors. So you could be listening. And that could be another way that you will be assisted is through listening to your ancestors, which is really cool. You could also have a union between like what was a mystery or secrets and hidden meanings. And things could be clicking like a puzzle for you right now. And yeah, it does say long road ahead, but I mean, we're going to be living those days anyways, right? So we might as well just be on the right path and enjoy the road. Enjoy the steps, the stairs, whatever you may call it. One more card. How will you be supported? And show me now. Ha, yay. Healing. Allow light to enter your wounds. And you know, this card really makes me think about, I forget where I read this, but in some cultures, they tend to honor, you know, pottery or anything in the kitchen that is broken. They honor it by putting a gold, I don't know, not foil, but where the crack is, putting gold on it. And I thought that was really cool. But also in order to heal, sometimes we need to break open. So there could be a moment here where I feel like your heart breaks open and expands, figuratively speaking. allowing yourself to be completely naked and open. And it's going to be very healing for you because at last you could just be real instead of placating people around you or being what they want, or being forced into a role or a box that you just don't belong in. Now, for a couple of you, I feel like astral projection can be a thing. You might have an interest in it, or lucid dreaming can be a thing, actually, with her hair being part of the cosmos here, which that's pretty cool. But you could be healing also on the astral plane, which is really neat. For others of you, you could be painting with watercolors and find that really cathartic. Is that how you pronounce it? Here we pronounce our own words our own way. But yeah, so lucid dreaming can be a thing, but also like spontaneous astral projection can be a thing, but it could prove to be very healing. You could, I'm looking at like visiting different worlds and things like that, which is kind of interesting to me. I'm like, how would that be healing? But perhaps you're looking at different timelines and somehow, some way, that act within itself is going to bring about some healing. Now, this mystery also could have to do with your gene pool, with your family tree. Maybe you're going to be finding out things that you have long needed to know, but you're just barely finding them out. Maybe somebody's like taking a DNA test, or what is that, ancestry, or no, it won't come to my brain right now. Something 21. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. It eludes me right now, but some of you guys are going to be taking those kinds of tests to see, you know, a little bit more about your ancestry. And that's how secrets are going to be exposed. I feel like some family members are not true blood family members, and you may discover some secret shenanigans. And it's gonna, I feel like for some of you guys, it's gonna piss you off, because had you known this before, you could have avoided a lot of heartache and headache, and avoided putting yourself through a lot of pain, I hear, okay? So that's how you're going to be supported. Now, what does this look like? I already gave you some practicals, but let's come in with more. Show me what I need to see. What does this look like for pile number 3? What is changing in your life, and what does that look like in a practical sense? Show me now. The Fool. So you're going to be taking chances, but in a good way. You're going to be, yeah, I feel like you've been kind of repressed and silent for a long, long time. And this right here is the tarot before. So it is an image of what happens right before the Fool goes on his journey and he's about ready to step off the cliff, which is kind of interesting here. So you could have some people that will be angry about this, that are like snappy with you because you're following your dream, your true north, whatever you want to call it. And that could be difficult for other people to accept. But again, not your problem. Show me what I need to see. 2 more cards for pile number 3. Oh, nice. This came out in all 3 readings. Ace of Swords. We have Ace of Swords. You're going to be gaining clarity. You're going to gain the wisdom to cut things out that do not serve you. The strength to speak your truth. And I think that you're going to do it maybe a little bit bluntly, but you don't owe anybody any sugarcoating. Doesn't make a difference. Last card, and show me now. The Knight of Pentacles. Yep. And then you're off to not only a brand new start, new adventure, but I also feel like this is solid. It's going to help you be grounded, solid. A lot of yellow. A lot of you guys are going to be changing jobs as well. Those jobs are kind of like not suited to your life path any longer. They've done their job. Redundant word again, but here we are. But I think that it's going to open up new doors for you. It's going to allow you to rein in and be in control of your own freedom. You decide what horse to be on, or if you want to be on foot. You decide how much baggage to carry, and you're carrying a light load this time. And I feel like also you're going to be somebody who moves a little bit on the slow side. You're going to kind of enjoy your freedom, but you're not going to be like wild child out there, even if you're older. Doesn't make a difference. You're going to be really mindful of the things that you're doing, grateful for your freedom. I think that you're going to harness it in a manner that is going to be really worthy of who you are becoming and evolving into. It's going to honor the union with yourself and therefore union with other people around you as well. People that you want to invest time, money, energy, effort into, or elbow grease, or people that you want to invest parts of you that are full of substance. So that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you do, like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, namaste.